You are born on the underside of a milkweed leaf. Not in a cozy nest, not in a burrow, not even with parents nearby. Just a tiny egg no bigger than the tip of a pencil. And here's something strange. Your mother is already gone. She laid the egg, trusted the plant, and flew away forever. You'll never meet her. Welcome to life as a monarch butterfly. And believe it or not, you're about to become one of the greatest travelers on Earth, if you survive long enough. The moment you hatch, you're basically a stomach with legs. Your first meal, your own eggshell. No point wasting calories. After that, it's milkweed for breakfast, milkweed for lunch, milkweed for dinner, and milkweed for every snack in between. Imagine being trapped in a restaurant that serves only one dish for your entire childhood. That's your life now. Eat, grow, repeat. At first things seem easy. The leaf is huge, food is everywhere, the sun is warm, life is good. Then a shadow passes overhead. A bird. To you, that's basically a fighter jet. And you're not the only thing looking for munch. Spiders patrol nearby, ants roam the stems, wasps search every leaf. Some of them don't even want to eat you. They want something worse. They'll lay eggs inside your body. Then their babies will eat you from the inside out. Nature has a disturbing imagination. Fortunately, you've got a secret weapon. Milkweed is poisonous. Most animals avoid it. But you've evolved to eat it. Even better, you store the toxins in your body. Every bite turns you into a slightly more dangerous snack. Think of it like upgrading your security system one leaf at a time. You're still edible, just not recommended. Days pass, and you keep growing. Fast. Ridiculously fast. You shed your skin once, then again, and again, then again. 5 times in total. It's basically the biological version of upgrading your phone every week, except your old body physically splits open and falls off. A little dramatic, but effective. Soon you're enormous. Well, enormous by caterpillar standards. You've gone from tiny hatchling to a striped eating machine. Your appetite becomes legendary. If humans grew at your rate, a newborn baby would reach the size of a school bus in a few weeks. Every day you consume more leaves. Every day you become heavier. And every day the urge to eat starts fading. Something feels different. Something ancient is waking up inside you. A blueprint written into your DNA millions of years ago. And it's telling you it's time. One morning, you stop eating. For the first time in your life. No more leaves. No more growth. No more wandering. Instead, you climb. You search for the perfect branch, the perfect leaf, the perfect place to disappear. Because what happens next looks less like life and more like death. You hang upside down, completely still. Hours pass. Then your skin splits open one final time. But this time, no caterpillar emerges. Instead, a green chrysalis appears. Smooth, silent, motionless. To the outside world, it looks like nothing is happening. But inside, everything is happening. Your body begins to dissolve, not metaphorically, literally. Many of the structures that made you a caterpillar break apart. The creature you've always known yourself to be starts disappearing. Imagine going to sleep tonight and waking up as an entirely different species. That's essentially what's happening. You are growing wings. You're rebuilding yourself from scratch. Outside, danger never stops. Birds peck at branches. Storms shake the trees. Parasites search for vulnerable hosts. One bad day could end the journey before it begins. And you can't run. You can't fight. You can't even move. All you can do is trust the process. After about 2 weeks, something changes. The chrysalis becomes transparent. Light shines through. And for the first time, you can see the wings, folded inside. The transformation is complete. Now comes the hard part, getting out. The shell cracks. Tiny openings appear. You push, and push, and push again. Finally, you emerge. Wet, weak, and unable to fly. Not exactly the majestic butterfly moment you were expecting. Your wings look crumpled, like someone forgot to unpack them. So, you stand there, pumping fluid through delicate veins, slowly expanding them, stretching them, strengthening them. For several hours you simply wait. Then something incredible happens. Your wings harden. The sunlight hits them. Orange, black, white. One of the most recognizable patterns in nature. For the first time in your life, you take flight. Everything changes. The world that once seemed enormous suddenly becomes small. The plants you've spent weeks crawling across now look tiny below you. You soar above fields, forests, roads, rivers. The sky is yours. At least for now. Being a butterfly is beautiful. It's also terrifying. Birds still want to eat you. Spiders still wait in hidden corners. Dragonflies patrol the air like fighter pilots. And weather is a nightmare. A strong wind can carry you miles off course. A storm can destroy weeks of progress. Every flight is a gamble. But unlike the generations before you, you were born with a mission. A mission so incredible that scientists spent decades trying to understand it. Because somehow, you know where you're going, even though you've never been there. Even though nobody can show you the way, even though your parents never made the trip, you know. South. Always south. Toward mountains you've never seen. Toward forests you've never visited. Toward a destination thousands of miles away. Welcome to the Great Migration. One of the most extraordinary journeys in the animal kingdom. You travel hundreds of miles, then thousands, crossing entire countries, avoiding predators, dodging storms, following instincts older than human civilization itself. At night, you rest with thousands of other monarchs, covering trees so densely that branches bend beneath your weight. Entire forests begin to look alive, because they are. Millions of butterflies gathering in one place, all following the same invisible map. Eventually you arrive. The mountains of central Mexico. Cool air, sacred forests, the destination. The place your ancestors have visited for countless generations. And somehow, you found it too. For months you rest, conserving energy, waiting, surviving winter. Then spring arrives, temperatures rise, flowers bloom, and that ancient instinct returns once again. Find a mate, continue the journey. After everything you've survived, predators, storms, migration, transformation itself, your story is nearly over. But that's okay, because your real achievement isn't survival, it's legacy. You lay eggs on fresh milkweed, tiny eggs, no bigger than the one you hatched from. Inside each one is another traveler, another explorer, another future monarch. You'll never meet them, just as your parents never met you. But they'll continue the journey, generation after generation, year after year, long after you're gone. As your strength fades, you settle onto a leaf one final time. The sun warms your wings, the wind moves gently through the plants, and somewhere nearby, one of your eggs begins to hatch. A tiny caterpillar takes its first bite. Completely unaware of the incredible journey ahead, the cycle continues. The migration continues. And the story of the monarch butterfly begins all over again.